So check this out, right? Can a high school female teacher be a sex offender? That's the motherfucking question, man. That's my motherfucking question. But I'm gonna tell you why it's my motherfucking question. But before I even get to all that shit, you know what I'm saying? I done brought that shit to a few people's attention. And it's a I get a lot of mixed reviews, but I always get the basically motherfuckers looking at me crazy and shit like, duh, you feel me? But my thought on that shit is just a little different. Now, first things first, anybody who's been through some sexual abuse, you know what I'm saying? I do recognize that that shit ain't no joke. Uh, and personally, I mean, there's not even enough apologies in the world that I could give to even begin to heal those wounds. You know what I'm saying? So for those who are victims, uh, yeah, that's some shit. That's some shit. It really is, and I hope your abuser is dead and in a painful death on top of that shit. But back to what the fuck I'm saying though, right? A female teacher having to register as a sex offender, I don't see I don't see the reason for it. I don't see the reason. It's odd. Yeah, it's real odd that you out here you know, it's weird, I would say, you know what I mean? It's weird, but I would say. But I just go back to my high school days. You know what I'm saying? Us badass niggas and shit like that, right? Right. And I just couldn't see that shit being like a victim type of situation. That's like a come up. You know what I mean? Like, here's the way I put it to people. Let's say men, fathers, you know what I mean, and mothers. Let's just say you at work one day, or you chilling at the crib. You get a call from the school. It's an emergency. You need to come down there ASAP. You know what I mean? You get down there, and they got the police there. They got your kid there and whatnot, and they got some bad news to tell you. Um, and they tell you that your son got his dick sucked by his teacher. The end. I'm gonna be mad that I came down there for that. No, I don't want to press charges. None of that shit. I just don't think a motherfucker's gonna wake up in cold sweats and having nightmares about getting his dick sucked. I'm not about to wake up in cold sweats and nightmares, my nigga, because I got my dick sucked, my nigga, by my teacher. Nah, like it's weird that that's what you at the high school doing and shit, but I wouldn't call that bitch a predator. I don't think I would make that bitch register as a sex offender. I don't think I could even be on the jury. And if this bitch were to take that shit to trial, I don't even think I can even say guilty. Like, guilty of what? This bitch got a mouthful of nut, nigga, and this bitch went to jail? My nigga, that's a good teacher if you ask me. Shit, if I would have been in high school getting my dick sucked, my nigga, I would have been passing classes like a motherfucker. On some real shit. I've been passing classes like a motherfucker. I mean, for a teacher to sit here, my nigga, and go above and beyond and teach your child and suck that nigga dick, my nigga. Now that's good faculty, my nigga. That's good faculty. I must say, that's good faculty. That's always good for a teacher to go above and beyond for her motherfucking students. Bend it over backwards, probably, literally. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how I see it. Now, if it's a man teacher, that shit is gross. Nigga, you gotta lock that. You gotta lock that nigga up forever, ever, forever, ever. You know what I'm saying? You gotta lock this nigga up, throw away, kill this nigga. But a female, I just don't see no. Like I said, it's weird, but that's not no headline news. You know what I'm saying? That's not no breaking news. I'm mad that y'all made me come down to this motherfucking school for this shit. Y'all could have texted this shit to me or wrote that shit on the note. You know what I'm saying? Like on some real nigga shit. And I know it seems like it's a little fucked up. At the end of the day, just think about it. Just think about these badass kids in high school. This nigga got some head. That bitch really deserves to go to jail. Nigga, you wasn't in no threatening situation. This bitch is on her knees, nigga, gobbling on some dick, my nigga. You not at fear for your life. You not threatened. You not, like I said, you not having cold sweats and waking up, nigga, having nightmares in the middle of the night and shit, nigga, because you busted a nut in the teacher mouth, my nigga. Come on now. Come on now. Nah. Nah, it's a little weird. But like I said, but I will tell you this though. Here's a twist to that. Let's say I get a call to that school and I go down there, right? Right. And the teacher that gave my son some fellatio, let's say this bitch was ugly as fuck. Number one, my son is grounded. I'm pressing charges, my nigga, on the teacher, my nigga. And she needs to go to prison. She needs to go to prison. Straight like that. Like son, like what are you doing, my nigga? What are you doing? I sent you here to get an education, and you out here, my nigga, getting your dick sucked by these ugly ass bitches, my nigga. That's really how I'm gonna treat that shit. Yeah, lock that bitch up. Lock that bitch up. Lock this hoe up. I'm telling you. But that's just what I think about the motherfucking situation. You know what I'm saying? If you don't leave these high school teachers alone, these hoes is a little eyeballs, but my nigga, that bitch ain't hurt nobody. Nigga sucking some dick, my nigga. Like, come on, my nigga. Like, chill off these hoes and shit. Like, I seen a while back one of these little white teacher bitches and shit. She had the whole varsity team over there, made the motherfucking spaghetti, and they ran a train on her, and they locked her up. She fed these niggas. Gave them, she looked kind of good too. Gave them probably some good pussy. You know what I'm saying? That was safe in a home. You know what I mean? Like, where does the charges come in at? Like, this bitch got ran through, and this bitch got to go to jail. Like, nah, my G. If you don't leave this bitch alone, my nigga, and let this bitch fuck the courthouse and send this bitch on her motherfucking way, and call it a day. I'm just saying. But nah, my nigga, I just don't think that a female could sit here, a high school teacher, could be a sex offender. I don't think a woman needs to sit here and be a sex offender, will be on a sex offender list. Like, for example, right? Let's say you got a motherfucker coming through the neighborhood telling y'all that there's a sex offender moving in your area, right? So you go do some research on the shit, and you know you thinking you got this pervert ass dude finna move in on the block, you know, hide your kids, hide your wives, and shit like that. And then you look, and it's a sexy ass blonde or a chocolate ass something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you not really finna be that alert, is you? Me personally, I'm not finna sit there and tell my son, hey, don't walk down that street, son. You might get some head. Like, man, you feel get the fuck up out of here with that bullshit. If I had a next door neighbor, female who was a sex offender, if she wasn't ugly, I'm not giving no fucks about none of that shit. I'm not giving a fuck about none of that shit. It just don't have the same feel on it from a motherfucking man trying to fuck with one of these girls or one of these boys. When it's a woman doing that shit, it's just a little different to me. Uh it's just a little different. Like, it's just a little different. That's all I'm saying. But man, drop me a motherfucking comment. Let me know what the fuck you think about that shit right there. That's just my motherfucking 2 cents. I know a lot of motherfuckers want to agree with me, but hey, I'm just saying it is what it is. But like I said, drop me a comment. Let me know what the fuck you think for sure.